Hi, everybody. I'm Clay Nelson, and this is lesson 2 of the No Brainer Investor website. And I call this lesson 2 the investment jungle. So, why do I call it that? Well, let's look at the definition of a jungle. Number 1, a confusing or complex mixture of things. Number 2, a harsh or dangerous place or situation in which people struggle for survival or success. And I think both of these definitions are pretty good, pretty appropriate for describing the investment world. And I just kind of wanted to start out these series of lessons with acknowledging the fact that the investment world is confusing, complex, huge, or possibly dangerous. It's certainly harsh at times, and people do struggle for survival. So let's look at some of the possibility. There's hundreds, maybe thousands of possible generic large categories of places you can choose to put your money. Treasuries, bonds, stocks, real estate investment trust, limited partnerships, oil and gas, foreign currencies, and the list goes on and on. And then within each of those categories, they can be further subdivided. I mean, consider stocks, for instance. There's something like 5,000 common stocks that you can choose from within the US alone. So after you get all done with the possible places to put your money, you probably have tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of places. Then on top of that, you have all of the entities which are out there to give you advice. Consider if you go to a bookstore and you look at the shelves on investing, there's rack after rack of books. There's investment letters, there's blogs, there's TV and radio shows about how to invest your money. So indeed, it is a confusing, huge, complex, intertwined jungle of investment possibilities. Now, like it or not, many people have been thrown into this jungle. Maybe they've inherited some money or have saved for retirement or have won a settlement. And it seems to me you have 3 choices. You can hire a guide, and it sounds like a logical choice. Find somebody that's a pro. Unfortunately, in investing, a lot of times the reality or the best choices are contrary to intuition. And if you hire an investment guide who's just going to tell you where to put your money, they probably don't know any better than flipping a coin, because they're trying to predict the future, and you and I are just as good at predicting it as they are. Now, if it has something to do with taxes, that's a different situation. They can guide you on that. But in terms of choosing which investment to go to, you're better off in the long run to be self-sufficient on this. And we'll get into that a little bit later. Choice 2 is to do nothing, of course. And that's not such a good choice either, because your money will slowly be eaten away by inflation. And number 3, which is what I'm recommending, is that you figure it out yourself. And that's what the rest of the lessons are going to be about. Just one more thing. Consider that about 10% of the U.S. economy is made up of the financial world. And I'm including, along with the financial world, gambling and scams. And you might be a little surprised by me including all 3 things together. And if you're in the financial world, if you're a broker or a banker or financial advisor, you probably don't appreciate me grouping these together. But there is one thing that all 3 of these sectors have in common, and that is they don't make anything. They don't make a product that's sold out there in the market. Instead, they earn their living by taking a slice, a percentage of the money that they push around. So your job is to limit the size of the slice they take from your pocket. And of course, it can vary all over the place. A legitimate financial entity may take just a few percent. An actual scam may take all of it. So, but you have to be careful. And I sort of indicate this by this piranha and shark. Gives you a warning. Okay, that concludes then lesson number 2, the investment jungle. And the next lesson in the series is called Don't Lose Money. And you can go to my website here, www.nobrainerinvestor.com, and there should be a little like teaser ad in the somewhere in this page that you can click on that will take you and give you a choice whether to go right to my website or to a list of all of the videos. And by the way, once you go to my website, you can subscribe to the website. You can make comments. You can contact me directly. Hope I see you in the next lesson. Ciao.